बराह रास्त आपको लिए चलेंगे डिवोर्स, जहां पर अमरीकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं.
Told us, so we're doing very well. I got to watch enough. I thought our team did a very good job, but honestly, we have all the material. They don't have the material.
I ask you because your attorneys say it's not. Alan Dershowitz says the framers of the Constitution did not permit impeachment on grounds like abuse of power or obstruction. They objected open-ended vague criteria. So for future presidents, is abuse of power an impeachable offense?
Well, it depends, but if you take a look at this, and from what everybody tells me, all I do is I'm honest. I make great deals. I've made great deals for our country. Now we're working with the WTO. You're probably surprised by that, but there's been a long-term abusive situation to the U.S. I make great deals for our country, and they're honest deals. And when you read that transcription, and by the way, it wasn't one call, it was two calls. Nobody likes to talk about that. There was one call which was perfect, and then there was a second call, I guess a couple of months later, which was perfect. The president of Ukraine said it was perfect. The foreign minister of Ukraine said it was perfect. So if we have a transcription, we have the call, and we have the person on the other side of the call saying it was good. Now, here's the other thing. They got their money long before schedule. They got all their money. What nobody says is very important to me. Why isn't Germany paying? Why isn't UK paying? Why isn't France paying? Why aren't the European nations paying? Why is it always the sucker, United States? That's one. And the other thing I wanted to check very carefully, and is very important, is corruption. And we do that too. This was a perfect call, and I think we're doing very well.
President. From the Epoch Times. Thank you, Mr. President. For the phase 2 China trade deal, do you expect human rights in Hong Kong to be part of the discussion?
We are discussing that already, yes. We would like to see if we can do something. But again, we're doing a trade deal, and it's a very big deal. Phase 1 is done. Phase 2 is being discussed. We are discussing aspects of your question, yes.
Mr. President, thank you. Just to clarify on Paula's question, we know that the Senate will set the rules for witnesses, but what did you want? At one point, you demanded witnesses.
I can live either way.
But what do you want?
I'll tell you what I think. It's such a hoax. I think it's so bad for our country. When we have the head of the World Trade Organization here, and he has to listen to this nonsense about a call that was perfect, that nobody talks about. I never see them talking about the transcription. I never see them talking about the call because there's nothing to say. You read it. Somebody should just sit there and read it, and everybody's going to say, you mean that's an impeachable event? If that were impeachable, Lyndon Johnson would have had to leave office in his first day. Kennedy would have had to leave office his first day. It's a hoax. And you understand it's a hoax better than anybody. It's a hoax. And that's the way it is. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. President, a question on Iran. Initially, you said repeatedly to Americans that after Iran retaliated for the Soleimani strike, no Americans were injured. We now know at least 11 U.S. servicemen were airlifted from Iraq. Can you explain the discrepancy?
No, I heard that they had headaches and a couple of other things, but I would say, and I can report, it is not very serious.
So you don't consider potential traumatic brain injury serious?
They told me about it numerous days later. You'd have to ask Department of Defense. No, I don't consider them very serious injuries relative to other injuries that I've seen. I've seen what Iran has done with their roadside bombs to our troops. I've seen people with no legs and with no arms. I've seen people that were horribly, horribly injured in that area, that war. In fact, many cases those bombs put there by Soleimani, who's no longer with us. I consider them to be really bad injuries. No, I do not consider that to be bad injuries, no.
Mr. President, can I ask you about the EU trade deal? Do you have any timeline for that? And if you don't hit that timeline, if there is one, are you automatically going to go to auto tariffs, or is there another avenue other than auto tariffs?
Yeah, great question, actually. I don't have a timeline, but maybe I do in my own mind. They have to move relatively quickly, but they have to treat us fairly. The European Union was formed pretty much for this reason, I suspect. You know, if you really think about it, why was it formed? They formed their airplane company, which does very nicely, and now is doing better than ever because Boeing has not had a a good time of it. They better start recovering fast. I hope they do. They have some good people in there now. They have great people in the company, but they have some good people leading it now. So hopefully that'll be taken care of. But I know I have
davos में इक़्तिसादी फोरम का इजलास जारी है जिससे अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे।